Hello, we're looking at problem number 2 in lesson 2.3 of your geometry part 1 textbook. This is found on page 99. Problem number 2 is just the exact opposite of problem number 1 that I've worked, and it's in the math lab as well. It's identifying the conditionals in a biconditional statement. The other one was taking two conditional statements or a conditional statement and its converse and putting it into a biconditional. This is going right the opposite. How do we separate the biconditional into its two parts so that we can know what the conclusion is and what the hypothesis is? So the example here says, what are the two conditional statements that form this biconditional statement? Here's the biconditional statement. A ray is an angle bisector if and only if it divides an angle into two congruent angles. So what they're doing is take the first part before the if and only if, and that's going to become your hypothesis. A ray is an angle bisector. That's the part before the if and only if. The Q part, which is the conclusion part, would be the part after the if and only if. And that is, a ray divides an angle into two congruent angles. Okay, don't say it, because people won't understand what it is. So if you're going to, even though the conditional statement says that, it's because it's following from the original. So what you need to do is define what it is, and that's why they said a ray divides an angle into two congruent angles. So once you have the P part and the Q part, then you're going to write it both as if P then Q, and then you're going to write it if Q then P, which is its converse. So the first way would say, if a ray is an angle bisector, then it divides an angle into two congruent segments. The converse of that literally flips the P and the Q, and it would say, if a ray divides an angle into two congruent angles, then it is an angle bisector. Okay? So it's not a difficult thing here. You're just simply taking the if and only if statement, and you're breaking it into if P then Q first, and then if Q then P, which is the reverse or the converse of that. So not a difficult task. Good luck.